and so I'm currently shopping for yarn. I got this and it was such a blessing because yeah, those pretty generally tall. I had them in the front of me. It did not turn out the way that I thought it would. Happy Sunday. Today we find ourselves in the craft heaven, Michael's. I decided that in the new year I am going to take up the challenge of journaling on a daily basis, and I thought what better way to go about this than to get a journal that I can use for the year, hopefully. And I thought that I would crochet a cover for it, and so I'm currently shopping for yarn to do that cover, and I'm having a hard time figuring out which colors I want. I think that I want to do two colors together. I want something that I wouldn't get tired of, because I get tired of seeing certain things for a very long time, but also I still want something that would still feel like me and be vibrant throughout the year. I probably will change it at some point, but trying to figure out, and also something that would be a durable color, so nothing like white, because that's silly to have for a journal that you're going to put on tables in random places. So trying to figure out what colors would work best for that project. Okay, so I'm back out of Michael's and I got everything that I wanted. I got the Loops and Threads yarn that was in Summer Sunrise. Yeah, Summer Sunrise, and it is honestly such a beautiful color. I hope that you could see that. I got this and it was such a blessing, because before I went into Michael's, I opened up one of my folders in my Pinterest account that I have with all like pictures, images. It's basically like any type of aesthetic that can help me to, get yarn color combinations for a project, no matter what it is, whether it's clothing or just something really fun. And there's a picture that I had saved in there of, it's definitely a computer generated image of a hibiscus with such beautiful color. I'll try to include a picture of it somewhere, but such beautiful color. And I looked at that and I'll be like, that would be so awesome for this book, because it's so bright. It reminds me of, like, obviously summertime, and I'm a summertime girl. But I was like, I'm not gonna buy all that yarn to go with that, and I don't know which colors, one or two, to pick. It's not gonna get the same aesthetic as that image, but this really matches it so closely. So I feel so blessed that I found this. The picture had more blues, but I'm fine not having blues in here. I'm not really a blue person, so this will do just fine. But I also got a notebook. This is actually an artist sketchbook, so it doesn't have lines in it, which is great because I don't like journaling with lines. I have pretty small penmanship when I'm journaling, so this just gives me the flexibility to, write where I want. But also, because it's a sketchbook, it lays pretty flat, which is great for my journaling. I also got it in purple that complements this book, in case any of the book any of the cover of the book peeks through whatever I crochet. And I decided that I'm going to do a combination of stitches across this as best as I can. So from single to double to triple. I don't know if I'm going to do all those single, double crochet, maybe like a granny stitch. I don't think I'm going to do like, what is that bubble stitch, whatever. But I'm going to go home and do like a little bit of research of different stitches that I think might work well together to do this. I've never done a project with multiple stitches that are outside of like the single and double crochet, which you typically find in like a project depending on what it is. So I'm excited for this project. It's something that's new for me. It's simple, but it's new for me, and having a cute journal is going to inspire me to journal. So it's actually the next day, actually the next night, and this ball of yarn is still in its original form. I had bigger things to do yesterday and earlier today, just being productive, so I wasn't able to start on making this crochet cover as I intended, which was really sad because I really wanted to have my cozy crochet moment. Anyway, this is the book. I actually spent the last hour going through Pinterest trying to find different stitches for what I would like to do as a pattern for this. Stitches that I've not done mostly before. And so I put together this little sketch. It doesn't really look like much. Yeah. So that's the sketch kind of what I'm trying to go for. So the bottom layer will be Royal Ridge stitch. Then we'll transition into a Bavarian stitch, I think, bean stitch, then the alpine stitch, and then this little pink section in here, it's a row of like single crochet. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that, just depending on, I guess, space, but I think it's gonna, those like 4 different stitch styles is probably gonna take up a good section of the book cover, so I probably won't do the section of single crochet, and then it's just like do it again. So hopefully I have space to do all of that twice. If not, it's all right if I only do one of them once or whatnot. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have my computer in the front of me so that I can look up the how-tos on these various stitches, because I don't know how to do them, at least off the cuff. So this is so soft. This is gonna be a great. So I'm just gonna get started, and I will come back and show you guys what I have later. While I'm watching Madam Secretary on Netflix, I'm also gonna be reading the tutorial on how to do this Royal Ridge stitch, which is the first stitch. So. So this is actually taking me so much longer as I'm trying to learn some of the stitches. So far I have done the base stitch. So the Royal Ridge stitch is the base here, where you could just see that, you know, straight line. And then this top like loop section is called the Bavarian stitch. It actually took me quite a while, an embarrassing amount of time, to like pick up on what this pattern required. But I wanted to share, like, in the skein it actually has like a little bit of like blue, like a gray blue, just before it starts to transition into the green, which I'm really excited about. So between the purple and the green, it's like this bluey gray kind of color. Just wanted to share that. I was a little bit happy for this little short section of blue gray. But yeah, this is actually taking me a bit longer, but I'm really loving the colors, and I'm so happy that the colors transition like really, like in a short space of time. Like I don't have to go, I don't know, a meter, probably it is a meter. Yeah, I don't have to go like a very long time, or it's not after multiple rows that the colors change. So I'm really loving this yarn. It feels so nice and soft as well. It has that fray type texture, like it's fraying a bit, but I think that would look really awesome on the book. I'm sure I'm gonna mess some stuff up, but I'm gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt and believe that I can do this without having to like rip a lot of this up because I messed up stitches, as one typically does. So I'm gonna keep going. I don't know how far I'll get tonight. It's already 12:30, and I'm honestly such a slow crocheter, but I love the hobby. I love it. So I would put in the time to do what is necessary. And actually I've gotten the hang of this Bavarian stitch, so it's not taking me as long to do it now as it did obviously when I first started. So it's like stupidly late, like 2 a.m. late, and I've actually not gotten that far because I've had to like undo a number of rows a couple of times. So this is as far as I've gotten so far, and it's working out to be, I probably need to learn how to, I definitely need to learn how to transition between different types of stitches and keeping my original stitch count, because now this is working out to be longer on the top than it was originally. Actually really loving the pattern so far and the change in colors. This is gonna be so cool. I've never done something like this before, and it has like stretch to it, so obviously I can put like the extra 2 inches on the inside like I originally planned. So yeah, it has a bit of stretch to it too, so no worries about that. But I think this is gonna be so cool. Okay, so I am finally done this book sleeve, and as is to be expected, something went wonky. I changed my tension at the top of this as I'm finishing, and so you can see how it's starting to like bevel in on itself. So that's what we have. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to weave in the ends here and here, and then I'm just gonna curve the ends in and just put stitches at the tops and bottoms on this side, and I'll do the same on that side to create I guess a way for the book to be held into the sleeve. So hopefully me doing this does not result in this being too small and too snug. It did not turn out the way that I thought it would. So this is the finished product. Like, it doesn't cover this part of the book at the back. But am I going to remake this? Maybe. Because I do actually, I don't know if I like the cover now though. I think I got so used to the book like bare. But what I do think is that I think maybe I don't like the cover with this Bavarian stitch in here. But I think I like it with, what's this? The bean stitch, which is this top like bubbly stitch up here. And so I think I might remake it with just the bean stitch. So I think I might just remake it, but I love the colors and the feel of having like some type of a fabric cover on my notebook. I am gonna redo it. I actually still have like half of this ball of yarn, and if I end up needing more yarn, then I'll begin to undo this, but I'm not gonna undo the whole thing to restart because it's actually such a hassle undoing it. Today is January 12th, and this is all that I have so far for my book cover. Why? I don't know. I have an abundance of time on my hand right now. Like, why is this all that I have done? Like, I don't get it. I don't know if other crocheters or crafties out there experience the same thing, where you're all hyped, you start a project, and then you kind of just put it down for days and forget about it, and then you come back to this. So I need to finish this because I have been using my journal for the last 11 days consistently, and she was cute or whatever. It's a nice cute little purple notebook, but she'll be cuter with a little cover to keep her warm in these frigid Canadian winters. So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna get this thing done within the next 24 hours because we have other projects that we need to get to. Okay, we have other things going on. I'm gonna go wash my makeup off and get cozy and sit and crochet for the next 2 hours. And then it's bedtime because we're trying to get our sleep schedule together. And tomorrow I must finish this because we have other things to do. And this has been an embarrassingly long amount of time. To be fair, I did do it. I completed it. I think I got a little bit discouraged by the fact that it's shrunk and, well, you saw it, so whatever. Yeah, and this is how much yarn we have left. So hopefully I'm able to finish it with this without having to unravel the previous failed book cover, because undoing it is such a hassle. So I'm really praying that I can finish it with this. I think I might be able to, but actually this being stitched takes a lot of yarn, so. This is so embarrassing. It's literally February 21st and I realized that I didn't close out this video and show you guys the finished product. I did redo the cover from my journal and this is what she looks like now. Oh, it's matching my top. That's unintentional, but it's so cute, you know? This is what it looks like. I love how the colors turned out, the gradients over the colors. And the pattern, I changed it from what I was doing originally. I don't know if I said that already because it's been so long since I filmed anything regarding this journal cover. And it's so soft, obviously, because it's like fabric. The parts that cover, like, oh my gosh, I can't speak. The parts that go into the book to hold the sleeve in place obviously has it like feeling really chunky, but I don't mind that. It gives it like a very homey feel. I don't know how to describe that. It gives it a very like, not DIY, but like it feels personal. Like the fact that it's so chunky somehow, I don't know how to describe that feeling. It just feels like it's been around for a while. Like my grandma would have handed this off to me kind of thing. It feels used, but in a good way. So it feels like it has history. Now the inside, the inside covers. So I ended up stitching maybe like 1.5 inches in to like create some type of a loop to hold, a lip to hold the book. This is very wonky. Let's not talk about her. I didn't know how to keep it in, but it keeps the book in perfectly fine. And it's the same for the back cover. I've literally never had it slip off. I've been using it. I actually finished this sometime in January, so it's been weeks. And I did put in a tag. Let me show you without showing you my journal. So let's turn to a blank page. Can't let you in my business. So I did create stitch in a page tag. What is this thing called? Marker, a page marker, and it was just like a single crochet chain down and then a chain all the way back up, so it's like 2 rows, and I just stitched it into the top there. So I don't know if that's focusing at all. Anyway, but yeah, this is what it looks like. I've been using it. I've been journaling, not every day. I relaxed my own personal rules on that one, but I am loving it. I love the colors, love the pattern. It definitely took me a bit longer than expected to be able to finish it, but it was worth it. Well worth it. That's it. Thank you for joining me on this video. As I just showed you, me creating a cover for my journal. I don't know if this is going to stick with me throughout the year or if I'll create a new journal cover, and if I do, I'll be sure to let you know. Thanks for watching. Bye.